Did you know that some SUVs can cost less than $100 a month to maintain, less than your Netflix subscription? No? Really? Today we're diving into 7 SUVs that keep maintenance costs below that magic mark, so you can enjoy versatility, space, and style without wrecking your wallet. These are the rides that get you through family road trips, soccer runs, and lazy weekends without constant trips to the shop. Let's kick things off with our first pick. The Toyota CHR is a standout in this line, up-stylish, fun to drive, and most importantly, very affordable to maintain. According to CarBuzz's 5-year analysis, the CHRHR's total maintenance cost comes in around $1,776, which breaks down to roughly $35 a month. Now, what keeps it so low? First, it has a reliable, torque-focused 4-cylinder with simple mechanics. Second, Toyota parts and most consumable air widely available from affordable aftermarket brands. Couple that with long intervals between oil changes, belt replacements, and brake jobs, and you've got a car that eats fewer bills than most compact sedans. Owners routinely report needing only routine oil changes, tire rotations, and minimal brake work until much later in mileage. And a used CHR with around 50,000 miles typically goes for around $20,000, making a $100 monthly maintenance budget more than doable even with a year-end brake job or tire set thrown in. So that's SUV number 1, bold styling, strong value, and maintenance Pico Jubu cheap. Stick around because the next one will surprise you even more. The RAV4 is a crowd favorite and for good reason. According to RepairPal, its average annual maintenance cost is just $429, which works out to around $35 a month. Over a decade, that adds up to a cost significantly under many competitors. CarEdge estimates roughly $6,000 over 10 years, well within that $100 month target. Edmunds backs that up. A 5-year maintenance bill totaling around $5,161, plus only $854 in repairs. That averages out to just $109 a month for the first 5 years, and you'll likely see that number drop the older the vehicle gets. Owners on forums say early years are especially lean, thanks to ToyotaCHR covering scheduled upkeep. After that, regular oil changes, brake pads, and filter swaps are usually the only bills. A recipe for long-term savings. And let's not forget about resale. RAV4s hold value like champs, so even if maintenance creeps up a bit in year 7 or 8, resale helps balance it out. So that's SUV number 2. Rugged reliability, wallet-friendly upkeep, and strong resale. Stick around, because the next pick might really surprise you. Now, if there's one SUV that practically defines low maintenance, it's the Honda CRXV. This thing is like the golden retriever of the crossover world. Easygoing, dependable, and never causes a fuss. What makes it so cheap to run? For starters, Honda's engineering is famously simple and efficient. The CRXV uses a naturally aspirated or mild turbo 4-cylinder that's been around long enough to have nearly every quirk figured out. Oil changes are spaced out, major service intervals are long, and when parts are needed, they're easy to find and usually inexpensive. A well-kept CR1AV can easily go 200,000 miles with nothing more than fluids, filters, brakes, and maybe the occasional suspension bushing. Owners constantly rave about how little goes wrong even after 10 years. Used models from the last 5 to 7 years are going for somewhere between $18,000 and $25,000, and if you keep up with basic service, it's totally realistic to stay well below that $100 month threshold, sometimes half that. It's one of those SUVs where you do the basics, and it just keeps going. But wait till you see what's coming next. A surprisingly tough contender from Korea that's changing the game. This one might raise a few eyebrows, but the Hyundai Tucson has quietly become one of the smartest budget picks out there. Over the last decade, Hyundai's build quality has improved dramatically. And the Tucson is proof. Here's why it works. It comes with a simple 4-cylinder engine that doesn't ask for much. No complicated turbos or exotic tech, just regular oil changes, brake service, and the occasional fluid swap. The parts aren't just affordable, they're often cheaper than the competition, and Hyundai's longer factory warranties help keep early ownership stress-free. Even past that warranty period, the Tucson stays low cost. Used models from around 2018 or 2019 can be found in the $15,000 to $20,000 range, and as long as you avoid the base model with no features, you're looking at a pretty refined ride for the money. Owners report smooth sailing through the first 100,000 miles with only basic upkeep, and many say they're spending under $70 a month, even accounting for a tire set or occasional alignment. It's a sharp-looking, comfortable SUV that proves low maintenance doesn't have to mean boring. But the next one? It's a luxury badge that still manages to keep maintenance under control. And you might not see it coming. Yes, a Lexus, on a low-maintenance list. Sounds too good to be true, right? But the RX 350 isn't just reliable for a luxury SUV, it's one of the most dependable vehicles on the road, period. Here's the secret. Underneath that plush leather and sleek styling, the RX 350 shares a lot with the Toyota Highlander. Same rock-solid V6 engine, same proven transmission, and the same philosophy of less drama, more driving. What makes the RX stand out is how rarely it demands anything outside of basic care. Oil changes every 5,000 to 10,000 miles, brake pads every 30,000 to 50,000, and the occasional cabin air filter. That's your typical to-do list. And because so many were sold, there's a healthy supply of parts and plenty of independent shops that know how to work on them. Even older RX models, say from 2014 to 2017, routinely go over 200,000 miles with minimal fuss, and owners aren't shy about bragging. Plenty have said they're still under $100 a month, even including the occasional suspension refresh or battery swap. So yes, you can have luxury and low maintenance in one package. But don't get too comfy, because the next SUV proves you don't need a big budget to get big-time value. Here's where style meets substance. The Mazda CXHA5 isn't just a looker, it's also a surprisingly affordable SUV to maintain, especially if you pick the right engine. Mazda keeps things clean under the hood. The naturally aspirated Skyactiv G engine has a great track record for reliability, and because it's not turbocharged, you avoid all the extra wear and tear. And expensive repairs that can come with forced induction, transmission problems, almost unheard of, brake jobs and oil changes, straightforward and wallet-friendly. Drivers love the tight handling and upscale interior, but what really stands out is how few issues crop up even after years of use. Many owners report hitting the 100,000-mile mark with nothing more than routine maintenance, and several say they average around $60 to $80 a month in upkeep. Sometimes even less when everything's running smoothly. If you buy a used model from around 2018 or newer, you're getting improved safety tech, better infotainment, and a much quieter cabin, all without sacrificing your monthly budget. The CXHA5 brings the style, but the next SUV? It's built for the rough stuff and still easy on the wallet. Rugged, reliable, and surprisingly cheap to keep running. The Subaru Forester is the kind of SUV that's built for real life. Whether you're tackling snow, gravel, or just the grocery store parking lot, it delivers confident grip with its standard all-wheel drive, all while keeping maintenance costs impressively low. Now yes, Subarus have had their fair share of head gasket jokes in the past, but the newer generations, especially from 2014 onward, have cleaned up their act in a big way. The modern Forester uses a naturally aspirated flat-4 engine that's known more for outlasting owners than causing problems. And routine maintenance? We're talking oil, filters, brakes, nothing exotic, nothing painful. Parts are widely available, and many Forester owners stick with independent shops that know these cars inside and out. In fact, most report average upkeep costs around $70 to $80 a month, some even lower if you're handy or just stay on top of regular service. And here's the bonus. You get a ton of cargo space, excellent visibility, and top-notch safety ratings. It's practical, dependable, and doesn't ask for much. But before you think that was the end of the list, hold up, because there are still a couple more SUVs that deliver serious savings without skimping on quality. The next one? It's a quiet riser from Kia that's gone from underdog to ultra-reliable MVP. The Kia Sportage has come a long way from its humble beginnings, and the newer models, especially from 2017 onward, offer serious bang for the buck without breaking the maintenance budget. What makes the Sportage a winner in this category is its straightforward engineering and extended factory warranties, which help reduce early repair costs. Even after the warranty period ends, the maintenance curve stays gentle. Routine oil changes, brake pads, and basic filters are usually all it takes to keep it humming. And thanks to the large number of units sold, parts are affordable and widely available. A smart buy in the used market, especially if you go for the non-watt-turbo version to avoid any high watt-temp drama. Drivers often report cruising through the first 100,000 miles with few surprises, keeping monthly upkeep costs comfortably below that $100 mark. It's a no-nonsense, dependable SUV that delivers where it counts. Now, if you thought gas-powered SUVs had it good, wait until you meet this hybrid game-changer. The next one takes fuel efficiency and low maintenance to another level, and it might just change how you look at hybrids forever. Now here's a curveball: the Ford Escape Hybrid. If you're after gas savings and low maintenance, this one might be your golden ticket. Hybrids have fewer moving parts than traditional gas engines in many ways, and the Escape Hybrid in particular is known for its durability and low cost of ownership. There's no timing belt to worry about. Brake wear is lower thanks to regenerative braking, and the electric motor helps reduce stress on the engine. Many owners report gliding through years of ownership with little more than basic fluids and tire replacements. Used Escape Hybrids from 2020 and up are gaining traction in the market, often found in the $20,000 to $25,000 range in the running costs, often $50 to $70 a month all in. So there you have it, 7 SUVs that won't eat your paycheck in the service bay. These models don't just drive well, they save you money, hold their value, and stick around for the long haul. Which one would you trust in your garage? Let us know in the comments, and hit like for more smart picks that go easy on your wallet but heavy on performance.